Hey there everyone, Brady Bot here, and I want to take you through a hand that I played in a recent Declare a Play only tournament with robots that led to a very, very fun and unique end position. So the bidding is assigned to us. We don't have any say in how the bidding went down, either north or south bids, but it is maybe a little important to look through the auction first and talk a bit about the bids that were chosen. So South started with a 1 spade bid. North, our partner, responded with 2 hearts game forcing. We bid 2 spades, which in our agreements does not show any extra spade length. It's just a normal suit rebid. Our partner bid 3 clubs, natural, and we elected to bid 3 no trump. Now, 3 no trump might not be everyone's choice. It probably would not be my choice. I think for one thing, the hand might be a little bit too strong to just sign off in 3 no trump. If we do have a good spade fit over there, or if we have a 6-2 heart fit, then we could easily be making a slam with our 3 aces and 16 high card points. Additionally, since we've only showed a 5-card spade suit, our partner with like queen doubleton of spades or king doubleton of spades might just pass 3 no trump, and we could end up in the wrong spot. So I think many players would choose a 3 spade bid as South here, although on the flip side, if partner doesn't have a diamond stopper, we might actually be bypassing our best spot. This is match point scoring, so getting to no trump when we can take the same number of tricks in no trump as we could in a major suit could be important. But with the 7-card spade suit and a bunch of aces, some extra high cards, I think 3 no trump is a little too pessimistic and also kind of misdescribes the hand. You might miss out on 4 spades, partner has a singleton diamond. You might miss out on 4 hearts. Like even the 5-2 heart fit might play quite well when we have a roughing value in clubs. So regardless of all that, we get to 3 no trump. Everyone in this field gets to the same contract, gets the same opening lead, which is the Queen of Hearts. And our partner tables this hand. Now, some people might also disagree with North's choices of actions in the bidding. You know, the game forcing on 11 with a misfit and a singleton king, not everyone's cup of tea. Alternatives, North could start with a no trump and over a 2 spade or 2 diamond rebid by opener, plan to rebid 2 no trump to show kind of an invite with stoppers in the other suits. I think that would be my choice personally, but the upside of going through 2 hearts is that you get to bid hearts and then you get to bid clubs. You basically show your hand as North and let your partner place the final contract. Obviously, the downside is that 11 high card points with a misfit opposite a minimum opener, you might just be a little too high. But okay, we get the Queen of Hearts lead, and we see that basically every suit offers us a chance to set up some extra tricks. Spades, our long suit, we have the Ace-Jack 7th opposite the king. The 9 of spades might even come to play if there's a singleton queen or 10. Hearts, the Queen of Hearts could easily be from Queen Jack 10 4th or something like that. The King 9-8 of Hearts in dummy might provide an extra source of tricks. And the club suit also could be a 3rd source of extra tricks. But entries are a bit of a problem. And even though it's match points, while the most adventurous line to try and take as many tricks as we could possibly make could rely on Queen doubleton of spades falling, I think it's a little bit much to play all out for that specific holding. It's certainly not more than 50% of the time will this happen, and when it doesn't, the Queen of Spades doesn't fall, you basically just abandon all of your hope of taking a bunch of spade tricks. And as long as the suit is 3-2 in some fashion, we can set up 4 extra tricks in spades by playing ace of spades, king of spades, well, king of spades, ace of spades, exit a spade, as long as we have the hand entries to do so. So with all of that said, the pretty clear first line of play, or the the first thing we want to do is make sure we preserve entries to our hand so that we can set up the spade suit and then get back to cash it later. This means we need to win the king of hearts at dummy to preserve the ace of hearts as an entry. So we start by doing that. We unblock the king of spades, and we cross in hearts to start setting up the spades. I don't think there's any real reason to cross in diamonds instead of hearts. You're kind of risking setting up too many tricks in the diamond suit. Also, since West might have led from Queen Jack 10 fifth of hearts, the 9-8 third in dummy is still going to provide a stopper. Even if hearts were 5-1 and West happens to hold the queen of spades protected here, they would be able to get in, but not cash more than 2 hearts. But as we see, the hearts look to be splitting 4-2. East follows to this trick, so we cash the ace of spades. And an important thing to do here is to discard the cards that are absolutely unnecessary. Dummy's clubs are completely stranded. There's no way to get back to dummy, even if we were able to set up extra tricks in the club suit. So we don't need that 2 of clubs in dummy. We don't need the 7 or 9 of clubs even. Whereas the hearts might actually still be useful as a threat. If we were to discard a heart here, then maybe if we played the 3rd round of spades and West wins, West could just cash their hearts immediately, wouldn't set up the 5th heart in dummy as a trick for us, and then would be able to exit whatever suit they wanted. So we pitch the 2 of clubs, East follows, and we lead the Jack of spades, and West shows out. So at this point, we now know that West has both the remaining hearts, and East is going to win this trick. So there's no way for East to get over to West's hand to cash the hearts. So we do throw a heart from dummy. East wins the queen of spades, and switches to the 6 of diamonds. Now again, it's match points. Maybe East is trying to be a little clever from leading low away from the king-queen. So we could think about sticking in the jack here. But I think that's risking a bit too much and putting all of our eggs in one basket. So it feels pretty natural to hop up with the diamond ace. If West were able to win a trick, they could cash 2 hearts. We would end up having to pitch one of our winners, one of our spade winners on that trick, and that would not be a great result. So we win the diamond ace, West follows, and we start running our spades. It's important to kind of think about your discards. We're going to come down to 3 cards in our own hand: singleton, queen of clubs, jack, doubleton of diamonds. Dummy also has to come down to 3 cards. And one important thing to note when you are running a suit, if you know the location of one of the outside suits, you can kind of plan to force a defender to keep high cards in that suit. In this case, hearts. West has the queen jack of hearts, or jack 10 of hearts remaining, started with queen jack 10 fourth. So we know that 9 of hearts in dummy is a threat card that we can use against West. So we start by running spades. We lead a spade, West discards a club, we discard a club, East pitches a diamond. We play another spade. West discards a club, we discard a heart, East pitches a diamond. We play second to last spade, West pitches the jack of hearts, and now some people might look at this dummy and say, okay, well, that 9 of hearts is still an important card, right? We want to preserve that until West has been forced to keep their 10 of hearts. But the 9 of diamonds looks completely useless. Some people might say, let's discard that. Well, that card is going to become integral to our plan as we move forward in the play, but I will get to that. Either way, the 9 of clubs is not really an important enough card for us here. There's no way that the opponents are going to discard all of their clubs and let us just go queen of clubs overtaking with the ace, jack of clubs, 9 of clubs winning all of the remaining tricks. But we do have a chance to take 2 of the last 3 tricks if we discard carefully. So we do pitch the 9 of clubs, East discards a club, and now we play the last spade. And at this point, I'm going to reveal all the hands to everyone so that we can see what's going on. So West, holding on to the 10 of hearts, also has the king double 10 of clubs. If West discards a heart, the 9 of hearts sets up. We can just cross to the ace of clubs, the 9 of hearts is a trick. If West discards a club, then the club suit is kind of unblocked for us. We play the queen, West perforce has to play the singleton king, the ace jack of clubs remain as 2 tricks. So West is absolutely forced to discard the queen of diamonds on this trick. And he does. Now that our 9 of hearts has served its purpose, we can discard that from dummy. And East comes under unusual pressure on this trick. So if East were to discard the 10 of diamonds, as they did during the actual play of the hand, we now get to lead the queen of clubs. West plays low. We take the finesse, and East follows. And now our ace of clubs looks like it's stranded in dummy, but East down to just the singleton king of diamonds. We're able to exit a diamond to East, who must lead a club back to our singleton ace, making 11 tricks. Well, what would have happened if, on the last spade, East had played a club? Well, at this point, if we continue with the queen of clubs and take the same plan as earlier, we get left in hand, we have to lead a diamond away from our jack, and East actually collects the last 2 tricks with the king 10 of diamonds. Only 10 tricks. But instead, we have a counter to this plan. And this is why the jack of diamonds is important, and why the 9 of diamonds being preserved in dummy is important as well. We lead the queen of clubs, and when West doesn't play the king, we still overtake with the ace. East follows, but now East is out of clubs. We can lead a diamond, East plays the king, we play low, and once again, East has to lead to our stranded winner, the jack of diamonds at trick 13. And we make 11 tricks. So this was a very, very fun hand to play. It resulted in, I'm not exactly sure the correct name of this kind of squeeze. It looks similar to a stepping stone squeeze, but there were squeezes on both opponents toward the end of the play. The last spade squeezed West in an unusual way. West, having to keep the 10 of hearts and having to keep the king of clubs protected, was forced to pitch their diamond honor. If East had both the king, queen of diamonds, there was nothing we could actually do. But West kind of got squeezed in 3 suits here. Must pitch their diamond honor, which gave us a finessable position in the diamond suit against East. And then East, at this point, either had to discard a diamond, allowing us to take the kind of stranded club finesse and then exit to them as a stepping stone to our ace of clubs, which got stranded in the dummy. Or, as we saw, East could have discarded a club, allowed us to strip their club, and then lead a diamond up towards the jack for 11 tricks. This was worth 100% of the match points in the event I was playing. I am not sure if other players got different defense, or if they got similar defense and just didn't find the stepping stone squeeze. But either way, hope you enjoyed the hand, and I will see you all soon.